We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
What is up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood N-Man64, and I'm bringing you the next episode of MLB Power Pros, the Double Play. In the last episode, we completed Success Mode with our boy JD being about as good as I could possibly make a starting pitcher in this game. I should point out, starting pitchers are incredibly hard to make in this game, especially effective ones. So the fact that I was able to make a guy with all of these stats... Oh, it won't let me see his stat. Oh, actually, I should do this. Do this one. This one, there we go. So I could get a guy that has all of these stats. Means he's just something special, and the fact that I was able to honor my friend like that is so good. He might actually be a pitcher you can build a franchise around. You know, once his top speed and stamina are a little bit upwards, but for the time being, we're not going to worry about that. Instead, we are going to begin our new season mode. Now, season mode pretty much does what you would expect it to do. It involves, well, you raising a team, trying to build a team that could potentially win a World Series. Now, you can continue if you have files, which I do. I have 2 files. One is a expansion team that I've been working on, which has won 2 championships. The other one was a Pirates team I was trying to work with. I don't think it's doing too well, though. Especially since I haven't played it in like almost a year at this point. But for the sake of argument, we're going to be doing from the beginning, normal mode, and we are going to be expansion teams. So we're going to jump up to 32 teams. And since in order to keep the leagues balanced, we're going to have 32 teams, we're going to have to expand ourselves with another team. Now, for the sake of argument, you want the expansion team 1 every single time. Because that means you will get the number 1 overall pick in the draft in June when that comes up, so you'll get the best players first. The first thing you should do is focus on what home stadium you want to play in. I do not have all the stadiums, as you know. I have one last ballpark I have to buy, but I'm not particularly worried about that right now. But if there's a specific stadium you want to play in, such as RFK Stadium in DC, or, I don't know, Jacobs Field, which is Progressive Field now, but whatever. There's a lot of no longer existing ballparks here. If you want the complete list, Yankee Stadium is replaced by the new Yankee Stadium. Metrodome's gone. That's still open. That's been renamed. Kauffman Stadium is getting replaced soon. Oakland is no longer in the Coliseum. Angel Stadium's still there. The Rangers have a new ballpark. The Mariners have a renamed ballpark. Shea Stadium is no longer there. That's still there. Turner Field is gone. Dolphin Stadium is gone. RFK Stadium is not where the Nationals play anymore. Busch Stadium's okay. Minute Maid Park's still there. Great American Ballpark's still there. Miller Park's been renamed, but I will forever call it Miller Park. PNC Park is still there. Wrigley Field is still there. Petco Park is still there. Dodger Stadium. AT&T Park's been renamed, but it's still there. Chase Field has been, I believe it's been renamed. Not 100% sure, but I think it's been renamed. Coors Field in Colorado, and then you have the other ballparks you can unlock in the game. The local ballpark, which has pretty much no dimensions to it. You have Panpaca Park, which is located in Las Vegas, so if you want to have a good defensive team, you can play there. Or Rainbow Beach Stadium in Hawaii, and I think that is where we will have the other team play. I want to play at Panpaca Park. Since our team is located in Las Vegas, we are going to have our spring training in Arizona, which is good. So now we can focus the rest on what we want the team to be. First, let's look at the marks. The marks is the most important part. This is what our team logo will be. Since it is Vegas, we should focus on something that's, like, lucky. So you got, like, you have cheetahs, you have gorillas, rhinos, cobras, wolf, dragon. You know what? Vegas has the Golden Knights, so I think we'll just go with the Dragons. Alright, so we will be called the Dragons. That is our logo. I wish I could, like, change the logo just a bit. I wish I could, like, just change, like, the way it looks, but... I like the red, so we'll keep the red. So we'll go green, red, and gold. Very weird color fixture, but I don't mind. Alright, so, team name, it will be the Dragons. The Las Vegas Dragons. It also is named after an arena football team that was here on Long Island for a while. The Dragons. I'm actually shocked that they didn't name the new hockey team the Dragons. They named them the Kraken. Alright, so hometown. We will put them in Las Vegas. Team initials. D. Team mark, team logo, team text, logo colors are fine. Alright. Now for the uniform. Since we're modeling it after the dragon, let's see. Let's look at the colors. Green outer side, so like a dark green. So let's go with the sleeves first. There you go. Since it'll be our home team, we'll go with our color here. Let's go. The uniform number I want to be gold and surrounded by red. Line type, we'll go with this. The line color, gold. And now we gotta worry about the cap and the brim. So dark green. Actually, do I like that green better? I like that green better, so we'll switch to that green. A darker shade of red, but not too red. Swatch that. There you go. So that is going to be our home uniform. Not too 100% sold on it, but I can change things as they go. Next, we will go with a more traditional away uniform. So we will go with the gold here. Here. All right, so let's go with we'll go with a more traditional gray for our away uniforms. Gold outline. Oh, not pinstripes. We are not a pinstripe team. Uniform number will be red. Let's switch the other guys to 11. So these guys switch to 11. Actually, let's change the pants. Do I want a lighter shade or do I want to switch to gold? 15, alright. You know what, I'll live with it. I can live with it. We've already wasted so much time anyway. I like that away one more than I like the home one. Maybe if we switch the... Yeah, well, I'm going to try one more thing. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay, that is much better. Alright. Now, the second team, you can have whatever you want them to be, or you can just have the defaults. I'm going to switch them up, though. So, we're just going to do a quick change for these guys. Because we're going to have to do a lot for this episode. In fact, I'm thinking we might have to split this one in half. Well, we do what we do first. Since we are going to have these guys at Rainbow Beach Stadium. Probably Hawaii would be the best place. We'll go Honolulu. Since I have the reefers over there in Hawaii, so... First off, let's go home stadium. Shea Stadium is cute. You guys can be at Rainbow Beach. Let's see. Let's go with the mark first. You guys want to be the bees. Is Hawaii known for their bees? I don't know. Let's see. There's the killer whale. There's the shrimp. Is that a shrimp? I guess it is. Really get down to it. Cheetah, gorilla, rhino, wolf, dragon, dinosaur. I do like the whale, and I could just make them the reefers, but I've done the reefers way too many times. Gotta think here. No, we'll go with these. We'll go with the shrimp. Alright, so we'll go with the, Actually, wait a minute. I just had a good idea. Let's see what the colors are for it, though. I just had a really good idea. Oh my god, that's perfect. I just had the perfect name. Alright. You may not like the name, but you know what? I do. So that's what we're gonna call them. We're gonna call them the Sea Dogs. Oh wait, sorry. There we go. We're gonna call them the Sea Dogs. Honolulu. Team initials. We'll go with the S. Team mark. Logo text. I don't think we'll be able to... I think we'll have to name it as one word here. Sea Dogs. Alright, so we'll go with a more dark blue for that. Actually, let's see what the other one does. Does that fit better? Yeah, that fits better, okay. Sea Dogs. Alright, so, let's see. We'll go blues and grays for this one. Actually, I like the gray for that one. No, well, for the road team, we'll have them be the blacks for the road team. So keep the brim that color. Actually, no. Black, there you go. There we go. Probably should swap them, but you know what? I like the gray aesthetic for the home team. Alright, so this... God damn it, I did not like that. Why is the spacing so far away from that name? Alright, so let's see if we can make how it looks in one word. Alright, that's better. Dragons and the Sea Dogs. I will take the Dragons. And now we can determine how the league looks. Now you can keep the leagues the same way they are, which means your 2 expansion teams are in an NL West that is absolutely packed. Or you can shuffle the league around to make it look however you want it to look. Because I like the National League teams slightly more than the American League teams, even though I do plan on having a DH, actually, we should move to the East. To the West. Yeah, I think we'll move to the West. So now we have 16 teams in each league, which is probably what Major League Baseball is going to expand to in the next few years. And the divisions remain the same as they've usually been. However, our addition means that the schedule will be different from what it was in actual 2007. Now, there are 3 things you can worry about at the beginning of every single time you do this. You can do Dream Draft, which is a fantasy draft, where every team picks a specific player one at a time until you have a complete roster. And as much as I'd like to do that in this playthrough, I'm not sure if we'll be able to. Especially since Mark and I are going to be doing something similar to that at the finale. So I think we're going to cross off the Dream Draft for now. But we are going to take part in the created player registration. So, first things first, JD absolutely has to get on the roster. JD is going to probably be an ace for us. Alright, next up, I want... Let's look at some of our outfielders. We have a good right fielder, so I don't think I'm needed yet in this. Let's see. Jack could be another useful starter for us. I don't think they usually don't do good with starters for us in this. And then we'll go. I'm gonna need a good position player to build around. So I'm thinking Timmy playing second base would be nice. And then how's our outfield situation? Other than right field. Center field, left field good, a couple of good right fielders. Not see any center fielders. One center fielder? Oh no, here's one. Okay, yeah, we don't really need a center fielder right now. However, I will say, what about first base? Shortstop, one first base. Third base. Yeah, we'll go with Joe. Or should we go with Andrew? Alright, so yeah, we'll cancel. Go JD. We'll go Jack. We'll go Andrew. And we'll go Timmy. If I want to add myself, I can do it later on in the game. I'm not too worried about that. First things first, we've got to set up season mode for ourselves. Increase the initial point by a lot? Hell yes. The owner points you start with increased a lot, which means now we have access to making some pretty good trades. Hello? Oh, Mr. Owner. The new GM's been decided? Oh, thank goodness. Any longer and the season would have started. There won't be any problems this time, will there? He hung up. Why does this make me nervous? Knock, knock. Oh, maybe that's him. Come on in, it's open. Hello? The owner told me to come by here. You're the new GM, yes? So young, but dashing. It's kind of my type. Yes, I'm fresh out of college, but the owner said he wanted me to take a stab at it. Oh no, the owner's skimping on labor costs again. I've studied some business in college, but I don't know that much about the major leagues. Think I'll be okay? Still, I feel like this kid's got talent. Somehow I get the feeling you'll be just fine. If you have any questions, I'll be here for backup. Your contract is for 10 years. As of today, the fate of the team is in your hands. Here's to the start of a long, happy partnership. Oh, that's right. We've always had our GMs wear this. It's tradition. Now you look the part. Now everyone will know you're the GM. I really have to wear this? It's not easy being GM. Alright, get out there and do your best to make us world champions. It's all up to you, General Manager. It's the start of April. At last, the first game of the season. Let's set our sights on the championship. Mr. GM, starting today I'd like to take some time to provide you with information about the major leagues. Great! Today's the first day, so we'll start with the basics. MLB is the abbreviation of Major League Baseball, and it refers to the professional baseball league in North America. Okay. It consists of two leagues. The American League with 14 teams, and the National League with 16 teams. Our team and one more will be joining the league. That's called expansion something, right? Yes. New teams that join the leagues are called expansion teams. So since there were 30 teams already, yes, there will now be 32 teams in the MLB. Next, I will explain about the season. In the Major League, each team plays 162 games in one season. 162? That many? There are no tie games, there is always a winner. If there are no ties, that must make it easy to determine who's ahead in the rankings. That's true. So back to the season. The teams in each league are divided into 3 divisions according to the location of their home cities. The East, West, and Central divisions. First, each team plays to win their division. What happens after each division is its champion? They earn the right to play in the playoffs in October. I see. 6 teams seems like an awkward number for a tournament, though. Good catch. That's where the wild card system comes in. Wild card? The 2 remaining spots in the playoffs are filled by the second place team in the divisions with the best records in each league. That is called the wild card system. So even if the divisional champions are set, teams still have a shot at the wild card spot? That's right. There have been wild card teams that have entered the playoffs and gone all the way to win the World Series. But anyway, there are 8 teams, the 6 divisional champions, and the 2 wild card teams in the playoffs, which are held in a tournament format. Since our team has just joined the MLB, our first goal is to become the division champions, then someday, world champions. Let's do our best. That was a lot to unpack, and there's even more to unpack, but we will get to it next episode. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64. Join me next time when we begin the, painstaking process of completing our rosters for the AL Western team, specifically the Las Vegas Dragons. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.